Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we've got some exciting stories to share. First up, Hollywood's beloved Jennifer Aniston is making headlines not just for her acting but for her rumored new romance with hypnotist Jim Curtis. Seen together in Mallorca and Northern California, their online interactions and Curtis's influence on social media have sparked lots of chatter about a blossoming relationship amid her journey of personal growth. Next, let's talk about Hong Kong's rising football star, Kyle Lau. He recently made his debut in the Asian Cup qualifiers, stepping in over local favorite Lau Chi-lok. Despite limited club play due to university commitments in the US, Kyle sees this as a vital chance to prove himself and aim for his first goal for Hong Kong. With a background in economics and ambitions in finance, he's definitely a player to watch. And finally, for the motorsport fans, Richard Mille has just launched a stunning new watch, the RM30-01 Le Mans Classic, honoring the legendary race. With a design inspired by race circuits and a skeletonized dial, this limited edition celebrates speed, endurance, and racing history, embodying the spirit of Le Mans. Please continue to watch for more details. The South China Morning Post introduces us to Jim Curtis, a renowned wellness pioneer, transformational coach, and master hypnotherapist whose social media influence surpasses 556,000 followers. Curtis's compelling story is rooted in overcoming a mysterious chronic illness that left him unable to walk at age 20, leading him to explore mindfulness and holistic healing. His journey from trading health technology options on the American Stock Exchange to co-founding Ufactory and authoring the acclaimed book The Stimulati Experience demonstrates his dedication to transforming lives through scientific research, practical tools, and inspiring storytelling. Curtis's recent connection with Jennifer Aniston, spotted vacationing together in Mallorca and sharing intimate moments at a Northern California hotel, has ignited romance rumors, especially after Aniston's public endorsement of his motivational content and her openness about overcoming a fear of flying through hypnotherapy. His influence extends beyond celebrity circles as he works with high-profile clients like Miranda Kerr and Chrissy Teigen, blending coaching, hypnosis, and somatic techniques to help individuals conquer emotional pain and subconscious blocks. The South China Morning Post also details the promising yet controversial debut of Kyle Lau Chi-lok in Hong Kong football, highlighting his journey from studying in the United States to earning his second cap against Japan in the East Asian Football Championship. Despite initial doubts from local fans who favored the more experienced Lau Chi-lok, Lau remains undeterred, expressing gratitude for the trust placed in him by coach Ashley Westwood and eager to make his mark on the international stage. His limited appearances for local club Le Mans and his academic background in economics and mathematics reveal a player eager to prove himself, aiming to score his first official goal for Hong Kong. Lau's story underscores his resilience and desire to step into the spotlight, turning skepticism into motivation as he prepares for upcoming matches against top-tier teams like South Korea. The South China Morning Post offers a heartfelt account of Gary Ades, a passionate conservationist with a lifetime of experiences that span from early childhood in Salisbury, England, to his impactful work in Hong Kong. Growing up amidst military travel and witnessing the brutal trade of wild animals in markets, Ades's childhood was marked by a desire to save and protect wildlife, especially birds of prey. His academic pursuit in zoology and subsequent work with WWF Hong Kong led to groundbreaking discoveries of new bat species and the establishment of vital conservation initiatives, including the Jim Ades Raptor Sanctuary and efforts to combat illegal wildlife trade. Beyond his scientific achievements, Ades's personal life is intertwined with music and family, and he remains deeply committed to educating the public about biodiversity and habitat preservation. His efforts in rescuing turtles and snakes, along with his advocacy for animal protection laws, reflect a lifelong dedication to ecological sustainability, rooted in a childhood filled with vivid memories of wildlife and a profound sense of responsibility to protect Hong Kong's natural heritage. The South China Morning Post vividly captures Richard Mille's profound connection to motorsport, emphasizing that the brand's involvement extends beyond sponsorship to active participation in racing. Since 2002, Richard Mille has been a key partner of Le Mans Classic, with its founders, including Richard Mille himself and Dominique Ganot, participating in the races. Celebrating the event's 12th edition in 2025, they launched the RM30-01 Le Mans Classic, a limited edition watch that embodies the adrenaline and precision of racing. This timepiece features a striking green and white design inspired by the event, with innovative elements like a skeletonized dial resembling a race circuit, a 24-hour counter, and a green background marking the start of the legendary 24 Hours of Le Mans. The watch is more than a tribute, it's a mechanical embodiment of endurance, elegance, and speed, with a robust 55-hour power reserve and details like a clutch engagement indicator, making it a perfect fusion of horology and motorsport passion. The South China Morning Post also delves into Hong Kong's evolving cultural landscape through the lens of the play Yerma, adapted by local playwright Annie Chung Garlai and directed by Olivia Yin. This modern rendition of Federico Garcia Lorca's 1934 tragedy explores themes of infertility and societal expectations, with Natalie Tong Ziwing delivering a powerful performance as a woman desperate to conceive. The story resonates deeply, especially given the city's infertility rates, with 1 in 6 couples affected. The play's emotional intensity underscores the timeless nature of Lorca's work, which has been celebrated globally from London to New York. The article then transitions into the complex legal terrain of surrogacy in Hong Kong, highlighting that while reproductive technology offers hope, the law remains restrictive. Commercial surrogacy is illegal, and current legislation only allows for parental orders under strict conditions, such as marriage and age requirements. This legal framework creates challenges for prospective parents, especially in cross-border arrangements, raising questions about future reforms to better protect children's welfare and address changing societal needs. Finally, the South China Morning Post reports on the immediate weather challenges facing Hong Kong, as a red rainstorm warning was issued amidst widespread heavy showers caused by tropical cyclone Donnas. The warning signifies torrential rain exceeding 50 mm per hour, prompting swift governmental responses. Authorities activated multiple measures, including flood prevention inspections, district updates, and the operation of flood warning systems across key areas like Kwun Tong and Tai Pa. The government's proactive approach involved coordinated efforts from the Drainage Services Department, the Highways Department, and the Security Bureau, illustrating Hong Kong's preparedness for extreme weather events. As the city braces for ongoing heavy rain and thunderstorms, these measures reflect a resilient response to natural challenges, emphasizing the importance of swift action to safeguard residents and infrastructure during such intense weather phenomena. South China Morning Post vividly captures the allure of Chinese lychees, especially the exclusivity surrounding the Hermes of lychees, known as Gualu. This rare variety, originating from a single ancient tree in Guangzhou, symbolizes luxury and rarity, with a record-breaking auction in 2002 fetching 550,000 yuan for a single fruit. The seasonal harvest in Xingqing attracts eager visitors, eager to indulge in these prized fruits, which are celebrated for their delicate, honeyed sweetness and pristine appearance. However, the season's bounty can be marred by weather conditions, resulting in less desirable crops like Lau Chi, which, while abundant and accessible, lack the prestige of the Gualu. The narrative humorously contrasts the desire for these exquisite lychees with traditional Chinese medicinal warnings about overindulgence, illustrating the cultural tension between luxury and health. The South China Morning Post also delves into Hong Kong's ongoing commercial property slump, depicting a landscape riddled with declining values, rising vacancies, and financial distress among developers and banks. The data paints a bleak picture. Office rents have plummeted by over 41% since their 2019 peak, with vacancies reaching record highs, and retail spaces suffering similarly. Notable developers like Grand Ming and Emperor International face mounting debts and loan defaults, illustrating the deepening crisis that threatens to spill over into the residential market, especially the luxury segment. The narrative emphasizes the economic pain and uncertainty gripping the city's real estate sector, highlighting the interconnectedness of commercial and residential markets, and raising concerns about the stability of financial institutions amid the prolonged downturn. Finally, the South China Morning Post explores Hong Kong's ambitious plans for the northern metropolis, a strategic development aimed at revitalizing the city's economy through infrastructure and cross-border connectivity. The government's accelerated timetable for constructing the Northern Link Spur line, set to be completed by 2034, signals a determined push to attract developers and stimulate growth in this new urban hub. Experts acknowledge that while faster infrastructure development could entice investment, many developers remain cautious due to their existing debts and the uncertain demand for new commercial spaces. The proximity to mainland China and the potential for lower property prices there add layers of complexity to investment decisions. Overall, the article underscores the delicate balance between government ambition and market realities, as Hong Kong strives to position the northern metropolis as its next economic frontier amidst a challenging real estate landscape. According to South China Morning Post, U.S. President Donald Trump has adopted an aggressive and unpredictable approach to foreign trade, announcing new tariffs on 6 smaller economies, including the Philippines, Moldova, Brunei, Iraq, Algeria, and Libya. These tariffs, ranging from 20% to 30%, are part of his broader strategy to address trade deficits and assert economic dominance, despite the lack of negotiated agreements and the concerns raised by his own party members. Trump's tactic of issuing unilateral tariff threats, such as the 50% tariff on copper, has rattled global markets, caused the dollar to fall against major currencies, and led to increased transshipment of Chinese goods into the U.S. from other countries. His relentless push for trade deals, often through threats and policy reversals, has strained long-standing alliances with nations like Canada, Japan, and the EU, raising fears of a damaging trade war that could undermine decades of international economic cooperation. The Toronto Star reports that amidst these trade tensions, Trump is also making significant cuts to U.S. foreign aid, notably hosting West African leaders during a time when aid programs are being dismantled. The administration's shift from a charitable aid model to one emphasizing self-reliance could result in over 14 million additional deaths globally by 2030, including thousands of children, according to a Lancet study. These aid cuts, coupled with the dismantling of agencies like USAID, threaten to deepen health crises and economic instability in vulnerable regions. Meanwhile, the U.S. continues to impose sanctions on Iranian entities, targeting shadow banking networks that facilitate Iran's military and government activities, further complicating its international relations. The political landscape also features delays and controversies, such as the prolonged confirmation process for Mike Waltz as UN ambassador and debates over Biden's health, highlighting a period of significant domestic and foreign policy turbulence. The South China Morning Post also highlights that in Europe, negotiations with the U.S. over trade are ongoing, with the European Union expressing cautious optimism about reaching a deal to avoid higher tariffs. Yet, the EU is preparing retaliatory measures should talks falter, emphasizing the high stakes involved. Meanwhile, in Hong Kong, authorities are grappling with a water safety issue after black bitumen particles were found in the drinking supply of several estates, prompting immediate corrective actions like installing filters and replacing aging pipelines. This incident echoes previous water safety concerns, such as the Queen's Hill Estate saga, raising alarms about infrastructure quality and public health. In the broader context, these domestic and international developments reveal a world navigating increased economic uncertainty, strained alliances, and public health challenges amidst a backdrop of aggressive U.S. policies and infrastructural vulnerabilities. According to the South China Morning Post, China's Chang'e 6 lunar mission has unveiled groundbreaking insights into the moon's ancient history by analyzing samples from its far side, revealing that a colossal asteroid strike over 4 billion years ago profoundly altered its deep interior. The research, published in the prestigious journal Nature, indicates that this impact not only created the largest crater in the solar system but also stripped away vital chemical components from the moon's mantle, leading to volcanic eruptions that produced chemically depleted rocks. These samples, the most chemically impoverished moon rocks ever studied, are pivotal for understanding the stark differences between the moon's near and far sides. The mission's success marks a historic milestone, as Chang'e 6 is the first to return samples from the moon's far side, providing invaluable tangible data that remote sensing alone cannot offer. Meanwhile, the U.S. faces challenges in accessing such scientific breakthroughs due to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services' decision to cancel subscriptions to Nature journals, citing budget concerns and dismissing these publications as junk science, which threatens to limit American scientists' access to critical global research. This move has sparked concern among researchers who fear it could impede scientific progress at a time when NASA's budget is under threat, despite many papers remaining accessible through open access or institutional subscriptions. The situation underscores the complex intersection of geopolitics, scientific collaboration, and the pursuit of knowledge in planetary exploration. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.